Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Good Evening Talk. I apologize, this session's a little bit early this evening. I did have a client that needed to adjust this session, and so I decided not to cancel the session tonight. I'll just make it a little bit earlier. So I do apologize. If you did mean to be on here at 9 p.m., please watch the video. It will be recorded. Be on the channel once this live session is over. Watch it. Ask your questions, put your comments below, email me, Tony at thresholdofcreation.com. I'll get to your questions and we'll move on. Tonight's session is going to be focused on integrity. And before we get into that, I want to remind everybody and just thank everybody really for all the support, the likes, the watches, the subscriptions. It's so very important in the channel and the growth of the channel and keeping everything going. My whole point is utilizing this framework here, YouTube Live, to talk to you and individuals that may not have access to a life coach, where I'm really able to help individuals impact their life and watch them create the life that they want to live that may not have other avenues, approaches to or availability of coaches that some other people have. And so thank you so much for supporting this channel and for supporting those individuals as well. It is a huge help. Tonight's session, integrity. Now, Nike has a slogan. Of course, everybody knows their slogan, just do it, right? What we do is focus on just create it. Of course, just do it is doing, and doing is integrity. But under integrity, we have this foundation of just create it. And just create it means just create your life. And that's where the process of the focus is. The focus is on the creation and creating our life to be the vision and to manifest it into what we want it to be. We're fine living in our identity until we decide we want to live a different life. The second we decide that we want to have new experiences in our life, that's when life becomes a little bit dicey for us because we have our normal behavioral habits that we shift into, that we get triggered in, and we start to feel those negative emotions and some of those other negative things that are associated with that. And we lose track or lose our focus of the life that we want to create. So by focusing on just create it, what we're focusing on is creating the life that we want to live. What we focus on, we create. So when we shift into our previous behaviors or previous habitual habits, we can then shift into the focus of what we truly want to create, which will allow us to get new thoughts, which allow us to take new actions. That's the key. Integrity is the doing. Integrity is the third portion of building a mindset. So we have honesty, desire, and integrity in building the mindset connected to what we want to create. All right? So integrity is all about action. In fact, the definition of integrity is honesty in action. When you do what you say you're going to do, you are following your plan to create your life. This is really where we're building that authenticity. We're connecting the words that we speak, honest to ourselves, honest in who we are, honest to what we want, and we align processes to align our actions to those wants, to that honesty. When we start taking the action, what we've just done is we blended together what we said we were going to do comparatively to our actions. When honesty and integrity exist, we're honest with ourselves and our words, we're honest in our actions, integrity, we start creating alignment. Alignment to what? What we want to create. We're moving ourselves into alignment of creation. Honesty and plus integrity with that alignment is really creating authenticity. And if our actions and our words are really aligned to what we want, in our hearts of hearts, our heart's desire, what we truly want to our true self, we start becoming more authentic to our true self. This is when we start to raise our emotional vibrations. We start feeling better. We start feeling happiness a lot more often than maybe we do when our identity is in control. That happiness then raises even to a higher level over time, and we start creating joy. And this is really when we start to feel great in our life, and we really feel connected to the creative process. So integrity is all about doing what we say we are going to do. And the part of this process here is to define our commitment of our focus tomorrow. Maybe we don't know what we really want. Maybe we don't know what's honest with us. Maybe we're so attached to our identity that we just don't know. And that's okay. Maybe we just don't know what we want. So maybe the issue is desire. The idea with integrity is to focus on your intent of whatever is blocking you from finding out who you truly are and what you truly want. And so when you're building your intention in this process, focus on that intention. What do you intend to do for yourself? And build that intention based upon that honesty. That's what's going to align integrity. Integrity is all about the processes that you're going to follow. How are you going to become connected to your true self? How are you going to create your desire? How are you going to connect yourself to the life you want to live? These are all processes. When we're in our mind and we're making determined choice, our mind we're now focused on that portion of our mind. That has an emotional vibration to it. It gives us a feeling. That emotional vibration is going to attract thoughts. Thoughts aligned to a higher vibrational feeling is going to bring new thoughts than what we normally think in the identity. Those new thoughts, if we build them into processes, into actionable things, that's what allows us to take new actions outside of our habitual behaviors and create new ones. This is the authenticity. This is what creates that new life for us, because now we're taking new action. All right? So get intentional with your commitment on what you're going to focus on in this process of integrity, because it's going to lift you to new ideas. When you do this in the evening, follow it through with gratitude. Think of 5 to 10 things that you are grateful for right now. Allow yourself to feel those feelings and put those feelings into your intention. Why? Because what you're doing when you're doing gratitude is you're dropping dopamine into your system. Dopamine is a long-lasting, feel-good chemical, but you're deliberately doing it for a purpose. And it's going to lift your emotional vibration even higher. That means that you're going to possibly have dreams, other things during the night that you're focused on subconsciously, and you start bringing in those new ideas. It's going to draw in your processes, or the ideas that you're going to draw your processes from. It's going to bring those ideas in quicker. It's a quicker process than staying in your current emotional state and allowing the thoughts coming in from your habitual behaviors, which is only going to create more of the life that you've always lived, separating you from the life that you want to live. When you're in separation from the life you want to live, you are in separation truly of creation, of the creative process, and that's what makes us feel bad. It's raise our emotional vibration. Part of the way we do that is through gratitude, and apply that gratitude to what you're committed and focused on, what you need to be committed and focused on to build your self-honesty, to build your desire, to build the plans necessary to achieve those two things. If there's any questions on this, please email me, tony@thethresholdofcreation.com. I am here to help and support you through the process of you defining your processes to create the life that you want to live. I'm providing you a framework here through the 7 traits, which we've already talked about: honesty, desire, and integrity tonight. Those are all the mindset traits. Starting tomorrow, tomorrow morning, in fact, we're going to start discussing the mindfulness traits. So we got focus, commitment, perseverance, and clarity. When what we're doing here is we're blending mindset, which is more of the material world, the material mind, our actual mental thinking, and we're going to blend that through really mindfulness, which is more of the spiritual, emotional connection, whatever you want to call it, esoteric. right? I love that word. The esoteric process that's going to help us heal, help us move past the emotional vibrations, the negative emotional vibrations, and lift those, which brings us into more connection, more contact to our external environment. What we create internally is what we're going to create externally. Everything externally is created through the internal process. So this is all about blending the mindset of the material world with the esoteric, spiritual, the emotional world, and connecting the two. That's what authenticity is all about. We can't become authentic with ourselves unless we have the spiritual, emotional connected to the mental material. Material world, spiritual world, interconnected, creating authenticity, where you now have authenticity in the creative process that makes you the creator, the grand creator of your life, and puts you into the captain seat of your ship and allows you to sail your vessel wherever you choose to go in the definite destination that you pick. All right? That's what this is all about. Again, questions, Tony at thresholdofcreation.com. I want to thank everybody for attending tonight. Thank you for the likes. If you like this video, please make sure you like the video, and the subscription. Supporting this channel really helps other people achieve help or support from a life coach that wouldn't necessarily be able to have access to one. So thank you so much for providing that. I unfortunately do need to get going here. I do have that session tonight I need to get prepared for. So I want to thank everybody once more. Tomorrow, we're going to start to get into the spiritual side of things, for the mindfulness. Make sure you tune in, because I'm going to have some healing techniques, some different things that we can do to really shift ourselves in that emotional, spiritual state and raise our internal vibrations. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy. Have a great night.